GE announcing plans this morning to split into 3 separate companies that will be focused on aviation, healthcare, and energy and renewables. Joining us now in a first on CNBC Larry Culp, General Electric. Larry, good to see you this morning. Obviously, a big day for the company and its long history. Why is now the right time, and why is this the right structure for GE?
David, good morning. And you're right, it's a very big day for us at GE. We're incredibly excited about the news we were able to share with everyone today. It's not every day that you get to wake up and announce the creation of 3 independent investment-grade industry leaders in important sectors like aviation, healthcare, and energy. But that's exactly what we did today. I think the logic is pretty straightforward. We know, looking at spins elsewhere, that the focus and the accountability in a structure like this always increase. We think we have an opportunity here as well to have sharper capital allocation and more strategic flexibility. And clearly, this is a good thing for the teams in each of the businesses, both the teams we have today and the teams we need to recruit going forward, given the discrete missions that each of the businesses will have. We'll also stand up 2 new boards on par with the GE board that we've reset the last couple of years, chock full of domain expertise that will help each of the businesses as they move forward. I also think we end up with investor bases geared toward each of these businesses. As opposed to why now, again, pretty straightforward. We've made a lot of progress the last 3 years. Over $75 billion of debt. Very, very important steps on the deleveraging. We talked on our call earlier today about $5 billion of adjusted free cash flow this year. I think that's a proof point relative to the operational improvements that we have made. We're clearly getting past COVID in many parts of the world. That's a good sign. But I also think we're listening to our customers who want and need GE at its best relative to the energy transition, relative to the future of flight and precision healthcare. Each of these businesses on their own bottoms positions us to do just that. And that's why we're here today. Big news.
It is big news. There's no doubt. And those of us who once worked for the company and certainly have followed it for many years know that. You know, Larry, this is going to take time. It's not till 2023 that healthcare doesn't get spun. It's not till 2024 that renewables, power, digital gets spun. Why not do them together? Why not sort of compress the timeline here a bit instead of sort of staging this over a 2 to 3 year period?
David, what we've announced here this morning is really a 2-step process to yield those 3 industry leaders. I think if you look at the timetable for healthcare, there's no question that that is the business most ready to go, not only in terms of its performance, but some of the preparation still on the shelf from the IPO we considered a few years ago. But we're going to need 2022 to get ready. If we can move more quickly, we will. But Pete Arduini, our new CEO, starts at the first of the year. We've made some other changes with that team. We'll do this as quickly as we can, but most importantly, we'll do it well. If you will, quality before delivery. We've got work to do with the renewables and power team, and that's work that we will do through the course of 2022. So we'll really be focused with Scott Strazik, who will take on expanded responsibilities here on those improvements during the course of the next year. But we'll be ready to go come early 23 with those businesses as well. And all the while, aviation continues to perform well under John Slattery's leadership. We think we're still very much in the early innings of the aviation recovery, a recovery GE Aviation's very well positioned to support and benefit from.
You know, Larry, it's Jim, and it's great that you came on the show. Really appreciate it. Larry, how were you able to pay down?
Good morning, Jim.
$75 billion. How are you able to pay down $75 billion in debt? If you hadn't paid down the debt, this would obviously not be an investment-grade group of companies, and they wouldn't be able to borrow. But it's rather monumental. And I'm not saying just take a bow because there's still a lot of heavy work to do, but you raised a lot of capital very quickly, and you saved the company. I just wanted to talk about how you were able to do that.
Jim, good morning. And unfortunately, we couldn't be together today, but it's good to be with you virtually. $75 billion is a lot of money, no question. I'm not sure that we fully appreciated the magnitude of the task 3 years ago. But as you know, we went through a number of portfolio moves, most importantly, the sale of our biopharma business, and then more recently, the merger of our GCAS business with an outstanding competitor, AirCap, a business we still own a good bit of, but we take down another $25 billion of debt there. So 2 strategic transactions coupled with better operating performance, and bit by bit, we've been able to whittle down that debt load. We still have work to do, so this is not a declaration of victory by any stretch, but we're really pleased with the progress, and we think in turn that's much of the reason why we can not only take this decision, but have the confidence that each of the businesses, when they are independent, will be investment grade as well.